the hand coming from? Which one? Does it come up?
I'll wait until you're really close to being done.
That's okay.
Okay?
I am so pleased with the League of Women Voters to have this today. You know, it's a great country we live in, and I just feel so fortunate to have the opportunity to take part in this election process. And my name is Lewis Griffin, and I've been a resident of Allen County just about 25 years. And I've been in private law practice for 18 years. And that practice includes criminal law, of course, family law, even some federal tax litigation, some part-time public defender as well. And prior to that, and the reason I was brought here to Allen County is in 1986 I was promoted out here. I was with a corporation that was headquarters in Connecticut, which is my home. And I was involved with management, labor relations, union grievances, and arbitrations, those kinds of things. And my corporation was United Technology, and they bought Essex in '86. So I got promoted out here in 1986 of doing the same kind of work. I was always in the mix, trying to come up with solutions with union grievances. I had 7 states, and I had 15 union contracts in New Hampshire, Vermont, Illinois, South Carolina, Tennessee. I was all over the place when I first came out here. But 2 years after I was here, the corporation sold off Essex. So I was out here a couple of years, and Connecticut was calling me to return home. My children were still in school here in Allen County, and I told my potential boss that if Essex would have me, I think I'm going to stay right here. I want to just tell you something about the East Coast, if anybody doesn't know. They don't comprehend anything west of the Hudson, west of New York. And they're saying, Lewis, you want to be out there with those hicks? I said, let me tell you about what you call hicks. The people that I've met out here, I got to know easier and better than I ever did on the East Coast. And plus, I've never seen such a work ethic in my life. People just work hard, proud to have 2 and 3 jobs on the farm. It was just a great environment to be around folks like that. It just did my heart good. So, I mean, I stayed. After a few years, that's when I opened up my law practice. But I think that you have to take a look at what made you what you are today. And for me to go to law school, we were married at the time and had 2 children. So I had to go in the evening. And one of the jobs I had was a union, 3rd shift union factory worker while I was in law school. And that was fun. But we had to feed the babies. So we did that. I was involved with the union there. And then the corporation found out about me. My plant had about 5,000 people. It was an aircraft plant. And they just brought me up front and finished paying for my law school. And I thought I'd be effective in the union relations, in which it was quite a lot of fun, because I was always in the midst. I was always in the midst of trying to resolve lots and lots of problems. And I was always in a position where I always got instant feedback on my character, on my integrity. Because that's all you got. That's all you got when you're in that environment. So being in that environment, it helps you to get yourself, know yourself better. And also that image that you project is what you live with, and I was very proud of being successful in that environment. So before that, I was a teacher and a father had a business. We grew up with a janitorial business. We all worked, scrubbed floors at night, windows, and we all had to join in so we could eat. You know about eating, so you had to work. So, but here today, I've always had a keen sense of justice. And I realized that my first job when I was teaching, managing the classroom. You know, I always had a problem with bullies or anything, you know, that kind of thing. And I just managed that classroom so everyone would have a fair chance. And there again, you're in a position to get instant feedback on your character and your integrity with the kids and the parents every time you turn around, and then the principal's in there. So what I'm saying is just being a part of that, and you know, being a judge, you're always being judged when you're a judge anyway. People are wondering how fair you are, you know, how you're going to handle certain situations. So that was a great training for me. But as far as being a judge, I'm looking to have more, in my opinion, an open environment in the courtroom. I think the courtroom is a place where it should not be a mystery on what goes on in that place. Because as I get around, so many people, when they see certain sentencings in the newspaper, they don't have the foggiest. And sometimes they, you know, they get upset. Why did they get 6 months and this person did the same thing and got 10 years? And obviously it isn't quite like that. But an open courtroom, you know what? I don't even have a problem with the TV in the courtroom. I don't have a problem with that. Okay? It's public. We're public servants. As far as it being open, so everyone would have an idea what's going on. Can you imagine, not that I agree with anything with O.J. Simpson trial, but can you imagine with no cameras in there, you're trying to write down notes and reading the newspaper? I mean, it wouldn't have worked. So it was good to have the cameras there. But I have lots of ideas. I like the Institute, one of which is like the criminal mediation program, as opposed to straight prosecution on certain select cases, where you can have a mediator between the accused or the defendant and the victim. They can come up with some resolutions that a judge would have to approve to avoid a lot of the court's time, and will lessen the load on the docket as well. I believe sincerely in victims' rights. Victims' rights is something near and dear to my heart, because oftentimes, and some people you can attest to it, the victims sometimes they don't even get an idea if there's of what a plea agreement is. A lot of times they do, but sometimes they don't. So I'm interested in trying to model the court after what the federal courts do. And there's a U.S. code in the federal courts where the judge, when it comes to victims' rights, the judge is mandated to insist that the victim is present and a part of everything that happens. Where in the state court, it's primarily the prosecutor that has to shepherd. Bye.
Wind up your thought.
No, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, you know, I'm just trying to look at some ideas that make sense to lots of people that I've talked to. Thank you. I'm not going anywhere, so you can get me.